All right, Indy, you ready to go?
Nope.
Ready to go? Ready to go to Mars?
Sure.
That's right. Yeah, we're going to Mars, man. Trump promises to reach Mars by 2028. We're doing it, people. It's time to go on a Warhammer 40K crusade. We're going to do it. We're going in big. We're going in strong. And we're going to win. Do you understand me? We are going to win by winning. So let's talk about what's happening here. This is an article from RT, just to trigger the libs. Because what better way to do than to trigger the libs? Former U.S. President Donald Trump has pledged to reach Mars before the end of his term in office, should he defeat Vice President Kamala Harris next month. SpaceX CEO Elon Musk will lead the mission, Trump declared.
No.
Yeah.
This is why Elon was spending. This is what the $45 million a month was about. No, it's an investment. He's going to get billions back in federal funding to build a Mars fucking thing, to a manned mission, a Mars craft. That's what this is about.
But check it out. Travers Wolf says Trump has the golden throne.
He does shit on a golden toilet. That's correct.
What for? No life on Mars. Should terraform it first. And Dan Burr says, go to Mars. Why? Why? Because that's how we're going to get the cult Mechanicus. That's why. So there you go. So continue on. Must join Trump for a campaign rally in Butler, Pennsylvania on Saturday evening. Yeah, we talked about that on Sunday. During the event, which took place at the site of Trump's attempted assassination in July, the 45th president issued a series of familiar campaign promises, vowing to close the U.S. southern border, no surprise there, end the Ukraine conflict. Oh, well, all right, if you can, go ahead, buddy. I'm not going to fight against you, please. I would like to see peace, but good luck on that. And lower energy prices and inflation, as well as pledge to reach the red planet before 2028. You're goddamn right. We're going on a crusade, Indy. We're gonna create the Imperium of Mankind. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it. Let's go to Mars.
We will lead the world in space exploration, he told the audience. We'll reach Mars. Boy, I'm cracking my voice here. Sorry about that. We'll reach Mars before the end of my term. Elon promised me that he was going to do that, Trump continued, before turning to Musk and asking, I don't know, can you do that? We're going to win. And he's going to reach he's going to reach Mars by the end of our term, which is a big thing, man. Before China, before anybody. My money's on that guy, Musk. Yes! Indy, your thoughts here before we continue on the rest of the article.
Before China, he works with China, doesn't he? I mean, all right. He works with Europe. I mean, Musk works with everyone worldwide. I mean, they're transnational. They're now looking at transhumanism, so it all fits. and now we're looking at Elysium come to life. They're working on the manned mission to Mars so they can get the hell out of here.
We got Travers Wolf says, don't wake the Tyranids. Well, technically, if it's Mars, don't wake the Void Dragon, okay? Come on. If you're going to give a Warhammer 40K reference, do it one properly. Do not wake the Void Dragon, because next thing you know, we're going to get the Necrontyr saying, rejoice, for death has arrived. So, continue on with the rest of the article. It goes on to state, during his first term in office, Trump issued a series of space-related executive orders. He tasked NASA in 2017 with leading the return of humans to the moon for long-term exploration and utilization, followed by human missions to Mars and other destinations. And in 2019, established, I think he could have created a better name, the U.S. Space Force, as a sixth branch of the country's military leading Leading opponents accuse him of militarizing space. You know what? Just call it the Adeptus Astartes, Trump, or is it at call it the Imperial Navy? All right, we're going on a crusade to Mars. I can't wait. Musk, who endorsed Trump's campaign earlier this summer, has promised for years to make humanity a multi-planetary civilization, which in many ways, I do like that idea, because I do believe in the fact that if humanity is to survive, we do have to get off this planet and cross the great beyond, the great void, and that is humanity continue on as a species. But Carl Sagan said it is our journey to go into space. It is what we need to do. However, with all these wars and this economic instability, I doubt we're going to achieve that. However, he blames excessive government regulation for delaying his planned colonization of Mars. Last month, Musk claimed that his reusable SpaceX Starship rocket would be ready for uncrewed flights to Mars within 2 years and for manned flights 2 years later. After federal
you
aviation...
want to get wait. Do you want to get on a Musk ship that's already been in space once before? A used Musk fucking ship? That sounds like a used Tesla.
You know what? Here. Controversial joke in a 3, 2, 1. I'm willing to bet that SpaceX spaceship is far more reliable than the Boeing Starliner, or either that the Titan sub. Okay, because hey, we gotta take what we can get, folks.
That's a low bar.
It is. I mean, listen, I don't know. SpaceX or Boeing. If I had to choose one, I'm probably, knowing how Boeing's been effing up a lot lately, I'm gonna put my hope onto the SpaceX. But then again, hey, that's how we get blown up. Kit's final words. All right, I'm trusting SpaceX. Boom. At least I'll be finally become Stardust. So after the Federal Aviation Administration denied SpaceX permission to test a rocket before November due to environmental concerns, Musk took to his X platform to complain that we will never get humanity to Mars if this continues. Unfortunately, we continue to be stuck in a reality where it takes longer to do the government paperwork to license a rocket launch that it does to design and build actual hardware. SpaceX wrote in a statement at the time, "This should never happen. It directly threatens America's position as a leader in space." During his first term, Trump pushed the idea of cutting 2 government regulations for every new one enacted. If elected again, he promised to go further, telling the New York Economic Club last month that he would eliminate a minimum of 10 old regulations for every one regulation imposed. Oh, what could go wrong? Indy, your thoughts. Is it worthwhile for us to go into space? Yes or no?
Healthcare, please.
Oh, yes, that'd be nice. But why are you asking for healthcare? Come on, man. Next thing you know, you're going to be asking me for student debt forgiveness, investing into our infrastructure, ending the wars, do environmental cleanup, safe, clean drinking water, safe air to breathe. I mean, come on. Where do you think we're going to get the money for that?
Hey, look, if Trump's president, every week will be infrastructure week, just like it was in his last presidency, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. But by the way, we're getting a couple of comments from a couple of people here. Let's see, what do we got here? Let's see. We got from Miss Witchy Perfect. This just proves that Trump has no intention of helping us poors. Let's see what our Kick audience says. We got Skipster, Plan X from Outer Space. I know what movie you're referencing there on Kick, Skipster. That is funny. Well done. Good reference. Let's see. Taxi Graveyard Music says SpaceX is more reliable than any Apollo hoax mission. Oof. And then Heathen 459 says better than Boeing. Kit said it first. Yeah, better than Boeing. I mean, let's have democracy in the chat. That's right. I'm going to give you guys the lesser of two evils. If you, my beautiful audience, were wrapped up tight into a spaceship, what spaceship would it be? Would you trust a Boeing Starliner or a SpaceX Dragon capsule? Type 1 for Boeing, a type 2 for SpaceX.
It's the same as who I'm voting for president. None of the above.
Man, hold on. And the Smith JS says eventually that Boeing will float past Mars. He means. Oh, that is funny. That's funny. And Dr. Orient on Kick says 2 all the way. And then let's see. Hold on. And we actually got a Rumble rant. And I'm actually going to read this for this segment. Kit, here's a show idea. Talk politics and paint a different Space Marine chapter every show. Call it Color Revolutions. You know what? If things settle down before the end of this year, I would consider doing that. And I would make it a Kick exclusive live stream. Okay. That's what I would do. And let's see what else is happening in my YouTube audience. I want to make sure I get everyone's chat here because everyone counts. So hold on. Let's see. Let's see. The U.S. isn't the Soviet Union, guys. We ain't going to Mars. Okay, so Indy, I mean, is it worth it for space exploration? I mean, I understand that. Look, that we were dealing with a crumbling infrastructure. Our societies are falling apart. But when Carl Sagan, before he passed away, he I've watched a couple of his videos, and he said that is our next step to go. I mean, and as much as people don't like the idea of corporations leading the way, I mean, it is our final frontier in many ways. What are your thoughts, man?
I think we got to deal with our problems here before we start figuring out what's going on out up there. That's what I think.
Sounds good. That sounds reasonable. I would say if Elon Musk is successful, all right, in getting us a space, okay, fine. We're looking at the stepping stones of colonizing the moon, Mars, and maybe beyond.
Well, wait. Colonizing. That's an interesting word that you were using, because I was about to say a phrase that I don't know if I'm going to get you in trouble. I don't want to, but it's
okay.
It's
well, be careful, because I don't want to be Thanos. I kind of don't want to be terminated, but maybe.
But speaking of colonies, let's end all colonies here, and let's not colonize anywhere else. Let's try to find a way to all live together in Star Trek harmony, so that we can explore space together, potentially in peace.
Fair enough. But I mean, but when I do mean like setting up settlements, I know I'm saying settlements and
settlements. Oh wow, huh?
Yeah. I mean, look,
very much the language of a certain year. Commemoration.
Yes, exactly. Maybe this isn't a good way to end this, but I mean, if we are to go forward, I mean, what I was going to say is, like, as we do set up, these new colonies, if that does happen, my one thing I have to say is all the problems that are on Earth will follow us in these new frontiers if we don't put aside our petty rivalries and our differences. We have to be better, because if we do find new worlds and we do set up new civilizations, the problem will remain if we don't heal ourselves first on this planet. So we have to be better before we go into the great frontier. Does that sound like a good note to end it on?
I'm down.
All right. Sounds good. But wait, one other thing too. Trust in the God Emperor of mankind. He will provide everything, because the Emperor does protect.
Here's what's happening, because it's not just one group of aliens.
What's a different group?
Boy.
Big five.
Okay, tell me what's going on.
Let me begin. This is really, I'm telling you, Joe, this is a real deal.
We're listening to you.
Well, first off, elves is the main group.
Okay.
They call them the elves. It's clockwork elves.
I don't think you're allowed to say that anymore.
There are bad things that look like elves that have horns. When they show you who they really are, damn, they're bad aliens.
I'm with you.
AI is alien.
Like a robot.
Yeah, they're like robots coming to kill you.
Jesus Christ.
The chimeras are alien.
And there's a hive mind sort of thinking to a lot of this.
They want the organs. I swear on my kids, I told you the truth about that.
I believe you.
They're coming after everybody.
Jeez.
It's a breakaway civilization, dude. We don't know what they've got. Joe, they're control freaks.
Well, everybody's
That's why I'm so glad you're in the fight now. These guys are on stuff that like nobody even knows.
What do you think they're on?
Stuff they've been given.
Okay. I understand what you're saying.
There's like armed guys with machine guns.
That is a group of people that were obsessed with combat.
About the most fearless killers there are.
Do you think that's from their heritage of war?
I mean, it's just like, it's mental illness, man.
Yep. That's